welcome to the end of a very long day for me. I don't know how y'all's day went, but it was. I had to chase down somebody who's trying to steal our packages today.
I made a boo-boo.
It was crazy. Okay, let me go ahead and say hi to the chat, and we will tell you about the boo-boo if you guys want to know. What's up, Georgia Flips? Good to see you, Kent. Hello, Amanda. Keep in mind that there are multiple platforms we're streaming to, so you may not see some of these comments, and so I'm going to try to put these on here. Hey, Dawn, good to see you from Texas. We got lots of Texans in the house, so that's pretty cool. Harold, what is up? Let's see. What's up, Sam? Good to see you. Hey, Trey. Let's see. GTJDL. Howdy. Hello. Good to see you. It's Vicky. It's a lot shorter. But then you also changed your profile picture, so I didn't even notice that.
It's a much shorter name. It's not as... I like the other name.
I mean, I know what it stands for. So yeah. Harold spent 9 hours making ribs. How were the ribs, by the way? You were talking about them, and I was very hungry.
They better be falling off the bone.
What's up, Louise? Good to see you. So if you're on a platform and if you're on one of the YouTube platforms, you'll definitely see this. But we do have moderators on our chat. They're the little guys with the blue wrench on there.
I don't know what color there. Blue.
I just want to let you guys know that these are our moderators. We have chosen them specifically to help us answer questions and help us keep the chat moving. They are people that we have personally developed relationships with, and we trust them to represent us. So if you have a question and we don't get it answered, but a moderator answers it for you, be sure to thank them for all their hard work and everything that they do for us. What's up, Kat? Good to see you. Hello. Hi, Maria from Ireland. I always love seeing you. What's up, Kathy? Raina, good to see you. Hey, y'all. What's up, y'all? Kristen, good to see you from Maryland, and Thugs Bunny from New Hampshire. So, y'all, let me just tell you what happened. You want to tell the story of what happened?
Yeah. I guess so.
I mean, okay, so today wasn't like a complete...
I'll tell the story.
It wasn't a... Okay, but let me just say...
First-hand experience.
Let me say before, we had... It's been a day. It's been one of those days where...
A week, not a day.
It's been a week. But today was one of those days where, like, nothing super terrible happened, aside from the fact that I had to chase down somebody who was stealing packages. But I did say... I will say that it was a bunch of little things, like little minor inconveniences that just kind of added up, and I'm like, we've got nothing done today. Nothing. So
yeah, we filmed a video today.
We did do that, but it did take us like 3 times as long to do it.
I rearranged. We're running to the part of the growing process of the business. I burped. Sorry. I've been drinking Pepsi. We're getting that point in the stage of the business where we're growing here, where the inefficiencies keep bubbling to the surface, because we have, when it's just 1 or 2 people, the inefficiencies do not really become an issue, but it's really amplified when you have a lot of employees. And we have, including Jessica and I mean, it's 6 people
total
that work here now. And so the inefficiencies, they start coming up. So today's the day, like, I had to, like, stop what I was doing. I'm like, I've got to tackle this now before it goes on any further, because, just organization, systems. So I did that today. And then I was going to take packages to UPS, the UPS store today.
Up store.
That we've been selling a lot of packages on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know if you're in our Facebook group, you'll see that I shared our Facebook Marketplace profile where we are listing a lot of the larger items that we are getting in to sell locally. But a lot of those, because Facebook has cheap shipping rates that they've negotiated, we've been selling a lot of items there. So I went to UPS store and loaded up, 4 packages. A swing, and then some other stuff. And I pull out and I hear some stuff fall, and I get a little notification on the little dash that says back hatch open. And I thought, oh, well, it's just the back glass, the back.
Because you can open up the whole door, but then you can also just open up the window, like the back windshield. So you can just like put stuff in like that.
And I thought that was just the thing. I'm like, well, UPS store is just right. Like, it's just right there. Our stuff fall, and I'm like, So I pull in the UPS, and Jessica calls me, and I don't remember what you said.
Well, okay, so basically, I'm sitting here, and I'm fixing up the retail space, and Lucy comes to me, and she's like about to cry, like she's like panicking, and she goes, "Can I call Daddy real quick?" And I'm like, "He just left. He'll be right back. What do you need?" And I was like, "Can I help you with something?" And she goes, "Well," and she was almost like afraid to tell me, like she was like panicking that much. She was like, "The back door of the car." Well, I heard her say, she was sitting at the window because she likes to watch people come and go. She was sitting at the window, and I hear her go, "Oh no!" And then a few minutes later, she asks me, and she goes, "Well, the back door was open, and some boxes fell out." And I'm like, "Where?" And I look out there, and I don't see anything, but there's like these big crepe myrtles in front, so I didn't see anything. And she goes, "Come here," and she just happened to be sitting at the perfect spot where you could see a gap. Like I had to get down to actually see them, and there were 3 boxes on the ground. And I called Joe, and I'm like, "Joe, some packages fell out of the back of the car." Or I said, "The back door is open." He goes, "Yeah, I know, it's the glass." I'm like, "No." I'm like, "There are packages in the road." And as I'm talking, somebody crosses the street, picks up 2 of the boxes, and starts walking off with them. And I'm like, "Oh no!" Well, the word I said was probably not very family friendly, and I don't normally say that, but I was like, "Ah!" It was like, yes, I did. I said a word that was not in my character to say, but I said it. And but I think it was probably because I was already stressed because the rest of the day was going so lavishly amazing. And so I was like, "I gotta go." When I put the phone down, and I start running, like I'm like, CrossFit's coming in handy, and I start running. I'm like booking it, and I was like, "Sir," and he was like pretending not to hear me, and I was like, "Sir, those are mine. My husband dropped them. Thank you so much for grabbing them out of the road for me." And he goes, "Oh yeah, no problem." And I just grabbed the bag, just came back. So that was a fun day, fun time. I know I'm behind on my hellos, but I'm gonna try and zoom through here. Let's see. What's up, Kim? Good to see you from California. Annette, hello. Hello, Robin from Nebraska. We got some people from all over the country, well, all over the world, because we've got Maria up there. What's up, Auto Buff? Good to see you. I feel like it's been a minute since I've seen you.
30% of our audience now is international, which is crazy.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. What's up, Sharon? Good to see you from Arizona. How's the rain situation over there? Last I heard, there wasn't a lot of it going on. Rennie, good to see you. Hello. That last video. Yeah. Melanie,
I have a little update if y'all want to know.
Hello, Doris. Let me get through some of these hellos first, okay?
They may not want to. They may not want to know about it.
Natalie, good to see you from Canada. Love Canada. I've never been though, and I want to go.
Yeah.
Raina, I did not tackle them. I didn't have to, but I would have gotten my packages back one way or another. Let's see. Harold says Pepsi.
It is.
It really is. See? Pepsi. There's nothing else in the Pepsi either.
I could go for some flavored yeast and barley and rice water, though.
Duncan says Pepsi's great for your teeth. Yeah, I know. Yep.
Yep.
Thank you for supporting us, Robin. I appreciate it. What's up, Sunshine? You are exhausted too. Oh man, massage after work. That sounds nice. A good massage. My massage therapist is booked up until end of August, so sad. What's up, Crystal? Good to see you, Dr. Crystal. Oh, Sharon, you got a good question. When did we know we had to get a bigger place and hire people? That's a question for you.
I can never answer that question easily.
Okay, so here's the deal.
It just depends on each individual and where you are at in your business, and whether that's something that you want to do. I mean, we have always had people working for us. Always. Like even when I first started, I had contract laborers working for me that they would do work from their home. So like I've always had that to be able to do more with less, me having to spend less time. But I think as an individual, when you have enough money set aside where you're able to pay several months of bills, and you've got a lot of inventory on hand, where it depends really what you're wanting them to do at the same time also. So it's not really like a one size fits all answer. Like there's a lot of questions that I would have to ask you in order to kind of give suggestions and advice.
I will say though, if you are looking into it, contract laboring is actually a pretty good way to, like, I would look into it just because you're not paying an hourly rate. So, with us, we do pay our, we pay salary, but also some hourly rates and stuff. And, but contract labor, like they pay, like we charged them, like we paid them.
Yeah, but you have to do it. Contract labor is also, it's tough to manage because most people, especially who are doing it, that are resellers that have contract laborers, they're probably not actually a contract labor. They're probably what would determined by the state as an hourly employee, because they have to be doing what they are doing for you. They have to be doing it for at least one or two other people. Like it has to be a business for them. So like if you're hiring somebody to take pictures for you as a contract labor person, but then they don't even take pictures of anything else, that's an hourly employee. They also can't work under your direction. You can't be providing them with any tools to do the job.
Yeah.
You cannot set the pay or any of those things. If you can answer yes, like I set the pay, I coach them, I provide the tools to do their job or resources, they come to my place of business to do work, they're probably not a contract labor. They're probably hourly employee.
Yeah.
And we got in trouble and had to pay a lot of money in back state taxes, like not taxes, but in employment taxes, because we thought we were following the rules of a contract laborers, but we weren't. And then we ended up having to pay 2 years of unemployment insurance, all those things. And then I come to find out, like, most people I talk to that are resellers, there's no way that they are actually having contract. Like those are hourly employees. They're just
so just be really
rules.
Careful, do your research and all of that. But there's a lot of things that go into that. But I don't really. I guess it is a hard question to answer.
It's a hard one because everything is so different.
The best way that we can help you is to know more about your business. Hello, Heather. Heather says, we have had an interesting day. I will say that. Thank you so much for the love. And thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Let's see.
Where did you go?
I'm right here. They're having conversations, which I appreciate and I like. Let's see. Hello, Roseanne. What's from up? Boston. My favorite Survivor contestant is from Boston.
Yeah, Boston Rob.
Rob
Mariano.
Hello, Beth. Good to see you. Life with Just Jess. What's up? Hello, Stacy from Kansas. Hello, Crystal. Good to hear from you. Hello from Illinois. Good to see you. Ariel. Hello.
Hello.
I like your name. I wish I could pronounce it. You might have to help me pronounce it.
Who, me?
No, Ariel.
Okay, like I'm not the person to pronounce anything. I'm getting corrected all the time on the YouTubes.
Trey says that she wants an update. Let's see. Bronx, what's up? Hello, thank you so much for the kind words. Visual of Jessica doing a Forrest Gump down the street to get packed. I mean, it kind of was though. It kind of was like I booked it because he was. Yes, I thought maybe he was moving him to the side of the street for me, but then he kept walking, and that's when I was like, I gotta go, because I thought maybe he was just being nice and like putting it on the side of the street. He was not. Yeah. So Milagros. Hello, good to see you. No rain in Arizona. I'm so sorry. Robin wants to know where our favorite online place to buy from is. we have it's hard to tell because liquidation is always changing, right? So we don't always have like a favorite. We have a favorite right now. We had a favorite a couple weeks ago, and we'll probably have a favorite later. We just unboxed an Amazon returns and overstock pallet from Market Street Liquidation. It's a different program than what they had with
From a different fulfillment center.
Yes, and it ended up being really good. So we're kind of excited about that. We have two other pallets, yeah, three other pallets to go through. Because we always want to get more than one so that we can give like a really good idea of like what each program is like. And then we also had 4 pallets previously from it's been a long day and I forgot the name.
Wholesale logistics.
Wholesale logistics. I was gonna say
it really
wholesale
depends what you're
liquidation.
buying. Our business model has adjusted and changed somewhat. Just because we have more employees.
Yeah.
So like our buying habits have changed, and the items that we're focusing on, that when we were at the house, we would try to focus on items that we could buy that had a higher profit dollar amount.
Mhm.
But now we're focusing mainly on items that sell quickly.
Yes.
Items that we can buy for $2 or $3. Average transaction is around $20, but they sell very, very quick.
And
that's our goal.
We can also have bigger items. So these Amazon pallets, they have lots of bigger items because we have more space to store them. So right now, our favorite pallets and our favorite places to buy from are places that sell items that we like. But before, when we were in a smaller area, we really did like 888 lots, and we still buy a lot of HBA items from there, and we like them.
It's almost like we have 2 separate liquidation businesses in this business, because as far as like the online business, I don't even touch it except for ordering. Like that's all I do is I purchase, and then Whitney and Dedrick and Bob and David, they take care of that whole side. So it really just depends what you're trying to buy. I know we bought a lot from Everything Liquidation. And I know a lot of people, they like kitchen deals. Although their quality is down lately, it just depends what you want to buy.
Yes. Let's see. Vicky, we are doing great. We are exhausted. It's been kind of a hustle trying to get everything kind of situated. And now that we finally had everything situated, now everything has to change because now we're finding all the holes in the efficiency of things. So it's been kind of a crazy week. And I imagine it will be crazy for a couple more weeks probably until we get things a little more settled. But all in all, good spirits, feeling good. Hey, Miss Cindy, good to see you. Annette has a question. Let's see. Where do I find a pricing starting place for a rare item without ordering a paid subscription? Looked in their website, eBay, Google, and saw one with eBay, but pricing not shown. I don't know.
I know Terapeak with eBay, you have to have a subscription with that. They go back a year. There's some others out there. I don't know what they're called because most of the items that we sell, they're not rare. So unfortunately, I don't have an answer for you. But if nobody in the chat can answer that question, there's a Facebook group called Reselling Resource Center. A guy named Dominic, Primetime Treasure Hunter. He's the group owner. That group, it would be extremely helpful to be able to help you out.
Yeah, and a lot of those people do sell like collectibles and stuff like that. So we sell a lot of like household items, nothing super rare or collectible like they do. So they may have more information than we do and more experience with that.
And Amanda, I know you said you got 2 Vero claims this week. What I encourage everybody to do if you're selling liquidation online on eBay is to have multiple eBay accounts. Make sure that you use both accounts to where you can have the one main account, and then just make sure that the other account, you use it enough to where the amount of items that you can list is equal to your main store. Because when you run into situations like Vero claims, well, then you've got 2 strikes. I don't know how far you are in the process because eBay is so inconsistent. Like I've got one store that I've got 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9 Vero claims over the last, year and a half, 2 years, and have never got suspended on for that. But then I've got another store that had 2, and then it got took down for 3 days. So always make sure you have multiple eBay stores so that if you do run into situations where they do start suppressing your listings, because eBay will, like if you get a Vero claim and you get a couple within a short period of time and maybe combination with other things, eBay will, the algorithm will suppress the listings somewhat and decrease your visibility. But if you have other stores that you can put your items on, you can use a service like 3D Sellers where you can list all of your items from one eBay store with a couple clicks of the button to your other eBay store for situations like that. I've got a vlog that I filmed 2 weeks ago that I'm going to edit at some point and get out. We're just so far behind on those just because it's tough. I mean, we've just got a lot going on. Like we're in a growing pain right now. And like if you've heard me talk about the 4 burners of life, you've got, your personal health, you've got your family, you've got work, you've got, I forget the other.
You've got health.
Yeah.
Health and fitness, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got family.
Yeah. Friends and work. Right. So you got the 4 burners, right? We're super busy right now in life. So like for me, the main priorities are family and business. And so like, YouTube is more like a hobby for me. Like it's part of the business, but it's a hobby. Like the unboxing channel, it's part of the business model. That's why we keep going. But the other, it's more like a hobby. And because we've got so much going on with the first 2, I'm not willing to sacrifice family anymore or the business. I haven't been editing a lot of videos.
Yeah, which actually brings us to this Melanie asking Joe that you look like you need a nap. And,
I'm tired. It's been a long week.
It's been a long week. And here's the thing is I'm just gonna be really open and honest with you because I think you guys appreciate that. But for those of you who don't know, I do struggle a lot with mental illness. I have generalized anxiety disorder, depression, and a few other things. And I feel like a lot of it is tied to my health because of choices that I've made in my young adult age, my young adult life. And I think that my body is kind of paying for that now. So I have to be a little extra with my health more than most people and be very on top of it all the time. Otherwise, I pay the price. The business, my family, and everything suffers if I don't take my health first. But this today, I would say, is really not that bad of a day. It really wasn't a bad day. But combined with the last few weeks, ever since we found out that we had to move and then we lost our car, lost our house, had to split the business. I mean, it was just one thing after another, one financial strain after another. And I think at this point now, I've kind of gotten to this point where like my anxiety is kind of not going to take it anymore. So, one of the things that I've really been struggling with is, with Joe and I, we are a team, but we do have the way that we work as a team. And I think we talked about this on our last live is that we are a great team and we do work together, but we do have realms of responsibility. Joe naturally falls into the protector provider role. So for him, like the business is a huge priority for him. Whereas for me, like I'm very much the, the nurturing, I take care of the home. I make sure the kids are homeschooled, so on. And it doesn't mean that he doesn't homeschool and I don't work the business, but really there are realms of responsibility. And I'm having a really hard time right now in this transition of trying to figure out where everything fits. So there's a lot of things that kind of have been falling through the cracks, where I'm feeling pulled as a mother and as a business owner of, am I spending enough time in the business to make it successful and keep my commitments there? Am I spending enough time with my children where they feel loved and connected? And so that's it's been really hard. And I think it's something that if you are in business and you are a parent, or if you do have other responsibilities, it may not necessarily be, children, but it may be older parents or whatever. When you have those other responsibilities, you do feel that pull. And I would always suggest to somebody when doing it, and this is something that I am currently doing now, is when somebody comes to you and says that, hold space for them. Sometimes they don't need advice, but just hold space for them. And then if you are that person, don't shy away from the anxiety of it, because you're not going to solve it by ignoring it. So something that I've been doing is really just sitting in it and trying to figure out what works and what doesn't, and trying new things and expecting that things are going to be crazy for a couple of weeks until I figure it out, and things are going to be crazy for him for a couple of weeks until he figures it out. And that's just kind of part of it. But I just wanted to give that, I don't know, I just wanted to be authentic with you guys, because I think that we're all very similar in that we want the best for ourselves, and we also all want it all. And sometimes that just means you have to put stuff down and rearrange things. And sometimes that means you have to completely stop and reevaluate what's going on.
Yeah. And today I needed that. Like, I didn't sleep well at all last night. I hadn't had I usually don't have issues sleeping. But last night I could not sleep to save my life. And so yeah.
Which is part of stress. It's a stress response. So our bodies are telling us what's going on, and we're doing our best.
Yeah.
But we're not perfect, and we don't have all the answers, but we'll get there. We'll figure it out.
And with that being said, I don't know. We've had some dialogue. Our Thursday nights may change somewhat, either to a different day
or a different
time, and every other Thursday thing for a season. Because I'm telling, like, it's Thursday nights with everything going on. It's so hard.
We'll see. I mean, what do you guys think? Really? What do you guys think?
It's hard because the whole day, it's like in order to make sure that the kids are good for Thursday nights with everything going on, one of us pretty much has to take half a day off. So it's a loss of wages. It's a loss of time. We enjoy Thursday nights. And then because we don't get home so late on Thursday nights, that it makes Fridays really difficult because it's just out of routine. So it's like a hitch is that a hitch? A kink in the chain right now.
We'll see.
And,
I mean, I want to know, I do want to get some feedback from y'all and figure out, like what are you guys, because this is a family meeting, right? So I know that we're the ones on the screen, but we do this to connect with you guys. Yeah. And I don't want to lose connection with you, but I also want you guys to know what's going on. So, what's up, Monica? Good to see you.
I think Uncle Lee gave us a $20.
Is that Uncle Lee? Was that Uncle Lee? I think
so.
I have to scroll down and see.
W. I think that's him.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yep, it's Uncle Lee. Of course it is. Hello, Uncle Lee. Love you. Let's see. Vicky, I think that was done way early, and somehow it jumped up.
What's that?
The educational videos and trainings. I think that post that was on the community page was like from like March of like last year or something like that. And I saw it and I was like, that's kind of weird that just kind of popped up. But definitely not doing that right now. I mean, our plates are so incredibly full. I can't even imagine adding something else. But once everything settles, we get the efficiency of the business set up, we get our routine set up. Those are things that we can look into. I know last week we talked a little bit about some kind of helping people get started kind of thing. And I want to do it, but I cannot fathom. My plate is I'm like, I've got like a flimsy paper plate and things are falling off of it right now.
Last year when like we were going through like the memberships and stuff, I wanted to have like a weekend warrior type thing where like every 3 months we had like a workshop where people could actually come and get hands-on training, like doing unboxing, doing all kinds of stuff. So that's a long-term goal, just not right now.
I know I'm skipping some things because I am so far behind on the chat. For those of you who don't know, I am streaming. We are streaming to 3 different platforms.
Like 15 minutes behind.
So I'm going to try to scroll through. And if you do have a question and we don't get to it, there should be somebody with a wrench who will probably answer your question for you. Please thank them for doing that because, because we talk too much, essentially, is what this is. So, hello, Robert Bolin. First time to comment from Florida. Good to see you. Hello.
What's up, Robert?
Hi, Christy. It's going. What's up, Kitty? Good to see you. I'm kind of scrolling. I'm so sorry. Mary Ellis.
What's up, Mary Ellis?
Good to see you. I'm so sorry. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Let me see. Heather was talking about our last unboxing. The one with the vacuum on it. Oh my gosh.
So here's the scoop, little update. And I know you're scrolling by, you can say hello to the different people. I know Crystal, he was at the next Yums unbox.
That's on the 4th of July. So, I mean, we do have plans that evening, but not during the day. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. But I mean, if you guys want us to do it, I think we could probably pull that off.
Yeah.
But just know that that's 4th of July. So let me know what you guys think. I'll probably put a poll in the community page, and then we can talk about that.
Yeah. Vicki, we arranged shipping with Wholesale Logistics. We have a freight carrier that ArcBest that we use for all of our shipments. I can give you their contact information. If you send me an email or send me a message on Facebook, or if you're in the Facebook group, leave me a message somewhere. I can send you her information, but we use them. So we unboxed that pallet, right? And we got the projector. And when we were in the unboxing, we didn't know exactly which model it was. That they ranged in prices from like $7.99 to like $14.99. So I went to list this item on Tuesday, and I got on the website, and they had an area where you can enter in the serial number, and it would tell you which model number it was. And the one that we got was the $1,399 one on Amazon. Granted, Amazon prices are more expensive. So I checked on eBay, and on eBay, there had been 2 open box ones sold for $1,050. And ours was used. Like it didn't look to be very used, but there was a couple, like some dirt specks that I got cleaned up. So I listed it for $1,099 and listed it in used condition. And I noticed yesterday that there was a couple people watching it. So I sent an offer. I'm like, I think I was running like a 5% off sale. So it was like $1,049. I'm like, how much of an offer below asking would compel somebody to like, I'm going to buy this. So I sent an offer for $950, and a guy accepted it this morning and paid this afternoon. So $950 for the projector.
Yeah, I know. I was shocked too.
Paid for the whole pallet. And so I think we'll end up clearing like $850 off of the projector after shipping and fees.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Georgia Flips wants to know how the soft grand opening went. It actually went really well. We got a lot of some of our loyal bin sale customers back in. Had a couple of repeat people.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it'll only build up, and it was nice because it was just enough people for us to realize that the yellow sticker thing that we were going to do was not working. Yeah. So we ended up buying pricing guns. But we're giving really good deals to this stuff.
We won't start advertising to the public until after 4th of July. So we're not really a grand opening, just a soft open. I used to open restaurants and stuff, and a lot of times you'd have a soft opening. It was just you open up, but then you have like a bigger, more advertised opening at a later date once the kinks are worked out.
What's up, Burn Girl and Susan? I know, Susan, you said that you were running late. Hope dinner was great.
Bernie Girl 5'6".
Burn Girl.
Worth. Oh, okay, I thought there was an I in there.
No.
Okay, Burn Girl. I've been reading your name wrong this whole time because every time I'm like, Bernie Girl's commented. Worth Point is the service, the website that I was thinking about. I think you have to have a subscription for it, though.
Let's see. I'm scrolling through. I'm trying to go through here and see some things. Let's see. You guys are so supportive. Thank you guys so much. You know, I always, you know, think about like mental illness and how I'm so surprised at how it's still so taboo, because like it's a mental illness, but you know, people have physical illnesses all the time. Mental illness is no different. So I always want to be like open and honest about it. And also it gives me an opportunity to share like things that worked for me that helped me get better. I mean, I still struggle with it, but I'm a thriving human being in the midst of it. And I want people to know that's possible.
Yep.
It's totally possible.
I have something to say.
Go for it.
You know, trying to figure out which direction I want to go. So as a man, men don't usually talk about their feelings and what they're going through. You know, one, we don't want to talk to our spouses and let them know that we're having struggles because we don't want them to have to worry about us when we're trying to take care of them. And I also know that I like to talk about that kind of stuff. I like to process these things in vlogs. So if you're a man out there, or even if as a woman, spouse, whatever, that if a man is talking to you about their feelings, give space to them. Don't tell them to like suck it up or to give them advice on what they should or shouldn't do. Because it's crazy. You know, Jessica and I, we could talk about the same exact thing in a vlog. And I'll get all these responses saying that I need to do this and need to do that and do this, do this. Don't you worry too much. Don't do this. But then Jessica talks about the same thing. And she's like, they're all like, oh, you're a good girl. Like, you're like, it's so awesome. You're doing amazing. Like, you've got it. And it's like the cultural differences in responses to men or women. It's just crazy.
I think it would be hard to have to pretend that everything is all put together. I mean, because you think about, I've seen all these stories of like these influencers who have all this stuff, and I'm just like, you know, and they act like they have like these perfect homes and everything. And I'm like, you know, if I have a platform like this, I don't want to be like that. That's too much for me. So I thank you guys for being so supporting, all these people telling me to take care of myself. That means so much to me. And I think that everybody, you know, should have the same love that comes from it. So thank you guys so much for being so supportive. I mean, it touches me deeply, that you guys would care enough to be like, hey, whatever it is that you need to do, we're here for you. That means a lot. Hello, Nana from Australia. I don't know. And then Melanie asked where TJ is. I don't know.
I've been talking to him. Like we text and do this and that. So I'm not sure exactly where he's at. And I know. I
mean, judging from his posts on, you know, his group and stuff, I feel like he might be going through some transitions too as well. So
I know he has started a new job recently.
So, you know, I think the natural progression is that while everything is catching up, you're still kind of, you know, having to readjust something. So that's probably where he's at. The robo vacuum did work, Nana.
Yeah. It's been vacuuming our house. We kept it.
The first time it happened, I like sat there and just watched it and cried. I know
it's a little loud, so I can see why somebody probably returned it. They're like, they heard it because it's louder than our other one. And when it hooks up to the station and it dumps all of its trash, it's like a freaking jet.
No, listen, the first time it happened,
I'm laying in bed.
No, you were not. You were editing a video.
Oh, I was.
And he jumped out of his skin. Well, see, he was putting the kids to bed, so he didn't hear it the first time. And it scared me. It scared me the first time. And I was like, oh, wow, it's like a jet plane taking off. So when it did it a second time, because it automatically, if it gets full, it will go and empty itself out, which is so cool. And then, so the first time Joe did, I mean, he jumped out of his skin. He was like, oh.
I was like, what the hell is that? It scared me, man, because I was like, woo! It's like, we'll record it, and we'll put it in the Facebook group sometime about how loud it is.
It's so funny.
But, man, it vacuums.
But it vacuums so well, and I don't have to deal with anything. Yeah. And it helps the kids keep stuff off the floor. So.
It does, because we're like, little helper's going to get your toys.
Thank you for the love, Michael. Thank you so much. Yes, Beth, that fourth pallet with this is the one that we were talking about, the one with the vacuum and all that other stuff and the projector on it. It was insane. We had to stop twice recording so that we could gather our thoughts, because like we would start recording immediately after and we'd both just be like.
And we've been trying to film with the kids here.
Yeah.
That has not been working all that well.
No, we're probably not going to do that for much longer. And that's another thing. It's like, you know, I tried homeschooling here and that worked okay. But it's just, we're trying to do too much in one place, I think. And so we're going to have to figure something out.
Yeah. Cause we haven't been having Whitney watch the kids as much, because I felt like, as from the business perspective, I needed her more active in the business. making sure that the employees are trained and that everything is going well. The workflow is being done because they're listing around 100 to 200 listings a day. And I need somebody that's here that can manage that process so that I don't have to do it. Not that I don't want to, but I need to rely on somebody to make sure that they facilitate that workflow. Because if I'm filming or doing other stuff and I can't get it to that day because it's busy, then everybody else suffers. But with Whitney doing it, like, it keeps going no matter where I am.
Whitney is our WD-40 on that wheel. She keeps things moving.
Yeah.
So she can pretty much do anything. So, Sunshine, I'm glad to hear that it comes up a lot in high school, because when I was in high school, like, you didn't talk about it, and that was pretty recently. I'm not that old. So, like, in the early 2000s, I guess. Early 2000s, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, so it's something that I didn't know that you could talk about it. And it wasn't until I found myself, in a really bad situation where my parents had to fly to meet me at a hospital, had to fly from Virginia to meet me at a hospital, that I realized, like, okay, I've really got a problem here. So to know that there are young generations out there that that aren't going to have to go through that, like, makes me so relieved to hear. I'm so glad people are talking about it because it needs to be talked about. Let's see. Harold says that he has to say that we're both amazing to talk to. I'm a great conversationalist, especially when it's like one-on-one. I'm in groups of people. I tend to like let other people talk so that I can listen. But you don't really have that luxury with like one-on-one. Sometimes you do have to have some kind of back and forth. So I do get to talk a lot more when I'm talking to somebody one-on-one as opposed to a big group of people. Oh, we're catching up. Oh, yes. Let's see. Oh, no, we're not.
6 minutes. We're only 6 minutes. Oh, you went back up. We're 13 minutes behind.
Okay, let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, we're only 6 minutes behind.
Oh, look, I'm doing a great job. Let's see. Yes, leave the kids with the family and just go away alone. We will, but we really can't do that right now. But it's in the plans. His birthday's coming up too, so at least have a date night. We can definitely do that. So probably do something like that. Just get away, reset for a second. I want to do like a but I think that I want to get through the transition before I do it. Not because I'm like a workaholic, but because I will not be able to relax until things settle.
Yeah.
Like if we were to go this weekend, like we would just be talking about the business the whole time to ease the anxiety so we could actually go and do things. And I just, if we're not going to we don't get to go away alone very often. If I do it, I want to be able to appreciate it.
Yeah.
So,
but
it's a good idea. I'm definitely doing it.
2 more months and probably even 3. Not much about having to work hard, but this transition will probably take a good 3 months before routines are solidified and workflow is solidified. It takes time.
Kitty says, Joe, I can see the love you have for your family. You are a sensitive man, which is a really good asset to have. And it is, because it makes us healing and being able to communicate so much easier, for sure. So good on you. I'm waiting for the dog or cat to hop on the vacuum. They don't like it. Like Desi, he'll like lay there and he'll be sleeping and it'll bump into his nose and he'll just like open one eye and then go back to sleep. And he's like, I'm not moving.
Y'all be praying Desi survives the business. I'm just playing. I'm not like getting nothing. That sounded more harsh. Desi's been having withdrawal. Like he's been acting out. So we've been taking him here to the business more. And but now we've got customers coming in. And Desi wants to say hello to every customer. And
most of the time it's okay. But there are some customers who come in who are afraid of dogs. And he's never bitten anyone, but he doesn't know how to approach softly.
Yeah, so we've got a baby gate, and he keeps trying to bust the baby gate.
So we're going to have to get him in obedience classes, which is something I wanted to do anyway. But then, so we'll have to do that. But he's easy to teach, and he is a good dog. So, Nana, the shark vacuum didn't survive really the home. Like it kind of
the shark one, the one that we unboxed.
Oh, the shark. Yes.
We kept it for here, and I've been vacuuming the heck out of the carpets.
And it works so
I
nice.
love it.
And then you turn on the little rotor things, and the thing pretty much drives itself. Like it's just so
good.
smooth.
And it's like I like it.
Duncan says 100 to 200 listings a day is awesome. Maybe Joe should hire him as a supervisor.
You want me to get rid of Whitney? That's not cool. I'm gonna tell her you said that. She'll find you all the way down under.
Let's see. Hello, Miss Miller. I just like the way that Ms. Miller flows off the tongue. So you will always be that to me. Corey wants to know what our previous professions were. I was a preschool teacher previously, and Joe owned all the Cracker Barrels.
No, I got a bachelor's in business administration and management, and then I started working in restaurants. Worked my way up the corporate ladder with there. I was at one point or another a general manager for Cracker Barrel, Chili's, Starbucks. I think there may be some other restaurants in there. I ran a pizza company for a while. I had 11 stores, a alcohol store, corporate headquarters that I was over. I had like 500 employees, 60 managers that I was over. So a lot of restaurants, different stuff here and there.
I have much less experience because I'm 10 years younger. I started off, I don't know, moving trailers in a camping rental place, and then I was a waitress, and then I was a manager of a retail store, and then I was a preschool teacher. So, and I have a bachelor's in psychology. So
and I just started working when I was 14, so I like to work.
So I did a lot of things, none of which pertain to my degree, but I do use my degree often, as if you guys have been on our lives long enough for me to start going off on psychological tangents.
She does.
But everybody likes it. You like it, right?
I wish that I would have got a bachelor of science. What is it? In management, because I love the psychological aspect of it more than the system aspect of it.
So maybe we can just combine together with our powers combined.
Yeah. No, that's not the one. That's the one. Harold, we've been getting more baby gates. Oh my gosh.
We're getting buried.
Oh.
Somebody got more. Help. Send help.
The pallet we unboxed today, we got 4 more baby gates. The pallet that we unboxed today, we got 5 baby gates out of it. We've got like 15 baby gates out front now, and I haven't even touched the pallet of baby gates that we've had for almost a year.
Have one of my best friends from high school is like, hey, I want to buy like 2 baby gates and an extension thing from you. I can't even get to them, honestly. And I told her, I was like, go the first one first. But Corey's asking some really good questions. Hello, Corey. Good to see you, by the way. See you. Read your comments.
Yes, it's great to see your C logo thingy. Freedom is the best thing.
And freedom is also the worst thing.
And also the worst.
So the best thing about owning a business is having the freedom to do things on your own terms. You can have all of the creative freedom to try new things, to do things. But also the worst thing about owning a business is that all of the freedom that you have, it's really easy to screw it up, and you can't blame anybody but yourself.
Yeah.
But so I hope that helps.
It's not for everybody. A lot of people, they don't want that.
I mean, because, you think like freedom. Oh, yeah, I want freedom. But, there's a lot of different ways to have freedom. And having a 9-to-5 job doesn't necessarily negate you having any freedom. It just depends. What kind of freedom do you want? Right. So for us, we want the freedom to be able to go for a walk on a Monday afternoon if we want to. And we're not even getting that right now and I think that's partially where the stress is, because it doesn't happen all the time. It's not an all the time thing. But, we were able to go we homeschool and we have our own business, and we're setting it up. Desi's guarding outside.
Yeah.
And we're setting it up so that, we left and the business still ran. The employees were trained and knew what to do. Whitney runs a great store. She manages everything very well. And so we were able to do that. But then also at the very beginning, when we first started, we didn't know what to do with the freedom, and it got us in a lot of trouble. And so now we're learning that balance. And I always tell people learning balance is really difficult. It's a lot like riding a bike. The place that you want to go is right down the middle of this path, right? But when you first learn to ride a bike, you're not going to get on the bike and drive a straight line. If you ever seen a kid learn to ride a bike, they're going like this. So they're overcorrecting and they're starting to weave back and forth. So part of having that freedom and learning to balance it is, on one end, you're giving yourself too much freedom and no discipline. And then you're so disciplined that you have no freedom until eventually you kind of find your way just in time for the season to change and you have to learn how to do something else. So, Corey wants to know how we met.
I dreamed about her before I ever met her. She had purple hair in my dreams.
And I had purple hair when we met.
And we met, we went to church together. Whitney and her actually worked at the same daycare.
We became friends.
Yeah. Not her and I.
No, Whitney and I became friends. And
Whitney and I were already friends.
I went to they were friends way before.
Not too long before.
And
I mean, just a couple months.
Before, like 60 days. Okay?
I would love to tell. I don't want to. So I'm going to tell a little testimony. So Whitney was in a particular situation, and she had nowhere to go, right? And my friend Jennifer, she got a word from God to say, hey, I want you to go to this place and wait there until I tell you to, right? So Jennifer goes, and God's like, go look behind this thing. So she went, and there was Whitney, right? Cold. She had like
it was snowing
no jacket.
That year.
It was snowing, right? Whitney had nowhere to go because
and she was
of
literally
past
just standing
situations.
There.
She had no idea what she was going to do, right? But God had sent my friend Jennifer, to go to pick up Whitney from the place where he said to go to pick her up. And then Whitney and I, we became friends not too long after that.
And then she got a job as a preschool teacher, and she's so good at it. So then we met. I invited Whitney over to my house. There was a night that they were doing testimony sharing at our church, and I shared my testimony. And Whitney did not want to go alone, so she asked Jennifer and Joe to go with them, and ended up sharing our testimonies again. I was the last one to share. And I thought that he didn't like me because he had closed his eyes. Like, he was sitting next to me and I was telling the testimony, and I'm like a very relational person. So I'm looking around and I'm seeing all these people like smiling and nodding, and Joe's sitting here like this.
Cause I'm like freaking out on the inside because this girl that I've been dreaming about for like 6-7 months is sitting right there.
Yep. Do you guys want to know what he said to me?
Which one? Which time?
When we were at Jennifer's house for that. This is the first time we hung out after that. And he was hanging out. We were hanging out with a whole group of people. And eventually everybody kind of like left. And we were just kind of sitting there. And he wanted to make his intentions clear to me. He interviewed me for the position of wife.
She accepted.
But he said very seriously.
I've been married before. I wasn't interested in,
Joe's so serious. He's so serious about it. When he says I make him funny, it's true.
I'm a jokester, but most of the time, like, I'll go full blown serious, trying to figure out how to make every day better than yesterday.
Yeah, so I bring out the fun in him. But he said to me, he goes, my intention
are to marry you.
To
present you as very spotless.
No. He goes, my intentions are not just to date you. My intentions are to marry you. And I was just like, well, that's never happened before, because the people that I dated before were not chivalrous by any means. So yeah, why not? Let's try this.
Well, I'm glad that's what you were thinking.
I mean, I had just got out of a relationship where they had stolen all the money.
So
out of
that
my
night,
bank
right?
account.
That night, right? she had these visions growing up of this night and seeing the moon. Big, big,
dreams.
Big, bold, big moon. And the dreams that she had was that night. And she was like, the moon's fixing to do these things. And there'll be like some clouds that go in front of it, do all this thing. So she had that dream. And then it happened, right? And the funny thing is growing up, my dad called me Moon growing up.
And we actually unboxed a couple of, like maybe one of the first couple of unboxings that we ever put on our channel, that there was this pillow that had like the moons on it. And the moon has always been very, very special.
We told that story during the unboxing.
Yep. And
Some of
so
you may
we
have
kept the
heard
pillow and I still have it.
Yeah. But that's how we met.
That was a really long.
You got a long
You're
answer.
welcome.
Yeah.
We are marketing the pet gates. We got a whole bunch of them. The problem is we can't list all the pet gates on Facebook Marketplace because then we get confused as to which one they are. And they'll ask us questions about it and we'll be like, I don't have any idea which one that is. So, okay, I'm going to scoochie down, scooch this down.
I'm glad that you don't want us to be buried, Amanda. Tommy, he went to go whale watching and some other stuff. Duncan, if you want to pay for our personal assistant, I'd be more than willing to hire one if you want to put the bill. You know? That would be awesome. Saying thank you so much for offering.
Let's see.
Toynies fell asleep.
Hey, Toynies.
You work nights, though, don't you? So I think it's okay.
Yep. Let's see. Is there a method to check comps on Facebook Marketplace? There
No.
is not. Unfortunately.
I say the best way is you have to know. The only way to know your local market. Got to know your local markets. Your local market is to sell items. If you list an item and you get a lot of people want it, you may have priced it too low. And if you price it and then nobody wants it, then you price it too high.
And there's other things. There's other things too. But
how long it takes for you to sell it and what it's selling for. That's really the only way.
Now, Duncan, we don't talk about controversial subjects on YouTube.
There's no pineapple belongs on pizza.
I will eat pineapple and I will eat pizza, but I will not eat pineapple on pizza.
I mean, I've had it. I like warm pineapple, but not warm pineapple on my pizza. I like grilled pineapple. It's amazing.
Grilled pineapple is really good. Let's see. All right. We'll see you later, Louise. You're probably not still here anymore, but because you're burning.
That was 6 minutes ago. Yeah,
okay.
He's probably gone.
Let's see. Jessica, I need to do something new and crazy with my hair. I know that's not usually healthy advice. Actually, I still have some of this unbleached stuff here. I'm thinking about putting a color on this. I don't want to bleach my dreads again because, for those of you who don't know anything about hair, it makes it unhealthy. And because my hair doesn't really, like, the old hair just kind of becomes part of the dread. Like, the more that I bleach, the more it, like, makes it more liable to break. But I have some of this, and I'm thinking about putting some more purple in all of this. So, I don't know. We'll see.
You've been thinking about purple for like a year, though.
I know. It's just so much maintenance, y'all.
I know.
Because dreads are a lot of maintenance to begin with. And then you add color on top of that. So you got to maintenance the dreads and the color. And the way that you do both, one messes up the other. Like, there's just a lot of, let's see. I have learned in business that you have to skate to where the puck is going, not where it currently is. How do you guys stay ahead in a competitive business? Where are all these amazing questions? Like, you're like an interviewer. Like, this is awesome. How do we stay ahead in a competitive business? How do we stay ahead?
I think the big thing is in liquidation, as a reseller, is you have to know what sells. And you can either buy seasonal items or just buy items that sell year round. I think that's one thing that we have always tried to do and we always have done, which has separated us from a lot of resellers who they just buy items to sell. I think having a strategy on the type of items that you want to buy and then going after that strategy versus having like a shotgun approach to where you just try to have as many items in your store as possible. You meet resellers, you talk to them in Facebook groups, not really liquidation groups, but other groups. They'll have like 6,000, 7,000 listings and they're selling like 5 items a day. And we'll have 2,000 listings and we're selling 40 to 60 items a day because we buy items that sell. So I think having those and having that strategy that fits your model to where you're buying items that always sell no matter where it is. I think we have always talked about recession proofing our business and buying items that are need items and not want items, because in times of recession that we're in now and will be for a period of time, is that buyer habits, people will still buy. Like even people who, because a lot of times, especially in America, we're such a buying culture that a lot of people, they shop as a way to deal with life and they get the dopamine release. So in times of recession, people still have to fill those needs. They do it in a more economical way. So making sure that we have items that people are always going to buy, no matter what time of year. Like right now, people are complaining in some Facebook groups, it's the summer slowdown. It's the summer slowdown. Nobody buys this stuff during the summer, but we're doing like $800 to $1,000 a day in sales a lot of days. So it's about those types of things.
And I want to say one more thing. I know we have to kind of wrap this up because we're at that. Trey just gave us the 5 minutes to first goodbye. So one thing I do want to say, and I mean no ill towards anyone, but I think it is really important as a reseller that if you are part of like the reseller community, that you learn to identify the victim mentality that is very prominent in the reselling culture. And I love resellers, and I love, that we're all trying to eat here and everything like that. But separating your emotions and separating I think one of the big things that has made us so successful is that we have the ability and the skill to separate our emotions from business. Because in some way, yes, like it's real. That's why in our unboxing videos, we do show when we're disappointed or when we're nervous. We do communicate when we're super excited or when we're shocked, because emotions happen. But at the same time, like what I value an item for or what I think an item is worth doesn't matter, because I'm not buying the item. What matters is what the market is willing to buy an item for. And I think a lot of us get really we don't know how to separate that. And so we get a bad box or we get a bad pallet, and we're willing to burn down the liquidator that we bought it from, not realizing like, okay, what is my business model? What can I do to fix this so that it doesn't happen again? Instead of just bashing or yelling at another, liquidator or another business, saying, okay, I can't control them. I can't control what they're going to do. So how am I going to adjust my business or adjust myself so that doesn't happen again, or set boundaries or whatever?
Yeah.
Looking at it from a relational standpoint, but not getting our emotions all mixed up in it, because then if you're making emotional decisions, like it's toxic for your business.
Yeah. The last thing I'd say on that is you need to have as many sources as you possibly can. Not that you have to buy from all those different places, but you have a top 10 places that you like to buy from, or programs that you like to buy from, because in liquidation, things are always changing, that liquidators are always changing, that programs, sometimes the program just stops. And when you are only buying one certain thing from a certain liquidator, but then what happens when that liquidator stops selling that thing, or maybe they don't get any for a while? Like there's a problem, over the last couple of months where people can't find electronics mystery boxes or electronics pallets because they're not out there. Now, for people who only buy electronics, who didn't even try to buy other things before, to have in your sourcing strategy arsenal, that when those times happen and your sources dry up, and then now you're having to react to a situation instead of, okay, I'm seeing this, I'm got my feelers out, my contacts are saying that this is like, they're not getting these. So then I can move on to, okay, well, I've already got my other sourcing places that have different things I can buy. so that when that happens, you can just keep on going instead of,
being stuck.
And it's like, when COVID hit, we sold mostly cell phones before COVID-19. We did maybe 10% of our sourcing came from liquidations, 90% was cell phones. But because we had already had experience in the past with having all of our sourcing eggs in one basket, that whenever COVID hit, we didn't have to like go and find these places. We just pivoted like, okay, well, this is that. Now we can go in this direction and then kind of keep going there. So having a plan will definitely
set yourself up to grow.
Skate to where the puck is going.
Yes.
What's up, TJ?
Just wanted to say hi to TJ. Haskell, we've been married 5.5 years.
It'll almost be 6 years, September 9th.
12th.
What? We were married after 9/11?
Well, yes.
It was on a Saturday we got married.
Because it's the same day as Sandra's birthday, and it's a day after my aunt's birthday and a day before my uncle's birthday.
So we wanted we had an outdoor wedding. And for like a month and a half, we'd already planned the date because we only dated for a couple weeks and we were going to get married.
I think we dated for a week and then we got engaged. Everybody thought I was
we
pregnant.
were married 3 months after we met. And we prayed for a nice day because it was outdoors. And I'm talking about, it was the most beautiful day that we had all year long. Like the weather was like 20 degrees cooler. It was nice, crisp blue skies. It was crazy.
Sarah says that we should bleach my dreads and make them a rainbow.
Shush.
I would look good with rainbow hair.
I don't want rainbow hair.
Okay, Sarah's got my kids, so we're gonna have to like scoochie on here. Let's see. I'm scooching.
Something happened with Melanie. I missed it.
What happened with Melanie?
I'm not sure. Somebody's sister or something.
Oh, okay. Hey, gang. If I could get some good vibes from my mom, She had a stroke Friday. I am so sorry, Melanie. We will be praying for her. Keep us updated on how she's doing. Let's see. Scrolling down, trying to finish. What's happening?
Is it her right side that's affected?
Let's see. Joe would never dye his hair.
No.
Sorry, Duncan.
I've been having this haircut for 20 years. You think I'm going to dye my hair?
He's been wearing the same clothing style for longer than that.
I've had this shirt for 4 years now, I think. 3 years? I do need to get new pants. All my pants are...
Let's see. Wait, eBay everything changed your YouTube profile name. Well, what was it before? What was it before? I want to know. Somebody tell me. Oh, it's Stacy. Stacy. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Let's see.
It's a very nice
Trey.
cup. You can find them on www.thefamilytips.com for like, I don't know how much we charge for these.
I'm scooching down a little bit. Wait, what am I setting on fire? Did
I have no idea.
Anything about setting stuff on fire? I mean, I do like fire.
Fire.
Bye, sunshine. Good night. Sleep well.
I'm about to be falling asleep in my
I'll
chair
probably drive
too.
home because he'll probably fall asleep on the way home. Let's see. Trying to scoochie down. I want to make sure. That's true, Smita. Your reselling philosophy was for dealing with life as well. That is so true. Absolutely. Let's see. We were not married the same. We met Memorial Day week. No,
a couple days after.
A couple days after Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
And then we had that meeting where I invited him.
June the 5th. It had to have been the May 31st.
May 31st, and then a week later on my birthday, and then probably like a couple of days after my birthday, we had decided we were getting married.
Yeah. I met her dad, and like we already had talks about getting married.
And my uncle, I think he's still on here. He was really concerned. He called me and was like, wait a minute, hold up.
But then they got to know him. They're like, oh, yeah.
Well, my dad wanted to make sure that you weren't trying to like rescue the single mom or something like that. I'm pretty sure. So I gotta go get my kids.
They're probably not.
If y'all see her talking at the community page, just know that she probably means nothing of what she says.
She's trying to
She's
stir
the
up
best.
problems for me.
Amanda says just stick them out in the yard and tell them to run in circles.
But tell them to watch out for your tree.
We have watched
yes.
Loki.
Last night we watched
discuss.
It. Yeah.
TJ, we need to discuss.
It was so good.
Also, Jessica Shields, who is not on here, I think Sam is, but she mentioned that they were not picking up a 4th season of Manifest. I know some of y'all are on that train with me, so we need to mourn that together. I just want you guys to know.
So I just feel like I'm praying for your mom. I'm praying for your mom right now because I heard like the right side, like some right, I don't know, or ventricular or something or another. I don't know, but right now, God, we just ask you to touch Melanie's mom right now, that you can heal her now, just whatever it is, the issue. We just ask that you would just, I'm just hearing blast, that you'd blast it like a blood clot or something. I'm not trying to strike fear or nothing, but this is just what I'm hearing. So we just ask you right now to just diminish that right now in the name of Jesus, just to give Melanie peace and the rest of her family peace. And that they would come to experience you in this situation, God. And we thank you for that. Amen.
Amen. Let's see. Well, thank you. I cannot pronounce your name because I have no idea what that means. But
Omar, sure, bad.
I don't know. Thank you for. I'm assuming you're talking about my hair.
My hair
is
so
way
cool.
Cooler.
Number 3, guard.
We do. Stop. We do this together. I will promise you, it's not as easy as we make it look.
No. No.
Setting a bad pallet seller on fire. Yeah, please don't set anybody on fire.
Oh, you did say that.
I did.
You did.
I did.
Yeah. You did.
Yeah, I did say that. Please don't do that. Let's see. Okay, I'm really scooching now. Okay, we're almost.
TJ, I hope they don't rush the story either. I guess that'd be season 2 because season 1's already. But the way that they're mapping it up, like they'd be stupid to like go like because they're like.
Are we talking about Loki?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have finished. I just wanted to know what you were talking about.
I forgot.
Okay, Aaron, it's okay. You're here. But now we are 15 minutes past the time that I said we would be done. So
did you say we'd be done at 8?
I mean, she knows. Sarah knows that we usually go.
She's right over. Here.
Sarah, you know, I've told you that we go a little bit over.
And she's your friend.
I told her that I try to keep it down to an hour, and she says you never keep it down to an hour, and I'm like,
we've never kept it. One time we've kept it to an hour.
One time. Okay, for real though, like it's been a really long day.
She's serious when she starts doing the fist.
This is what I do. I do this. I punch my hand.
You
do. Like if I get really upset about something, and I really don't tell people, like I really try to keep it under control. But if I walk up to John, babe, listen, he goes, "Oh no, what happened?" So, yeah. Anyway, okay. I actually punched my hand really hard and that hurts. Okay. You guys have really energized me.
Did anybody catch in the unboxing that came out yesterday the sniffing sound effects that I added when I was smelling? I forget what I was smelling.
He was so tickled.
But I was over there giggling. I'm like, they're going to think I'm sniffing this loud. Did anybody catch that sound effects?
Here you go, Melanie. No, you guys have really energized me. I feel good. I feel much better. I was exhausted, but now I feel pretty good. Everybody caught it.
Yeah, that was for you.
Bye, bye, Crystal. Be safe in the storm. I love sleeping through storms. I hope you do too. But thanks for joining us.
Yeah. And I think I think a lot of people thought I hurt my hand a lot worse because of the sound effects that I added in the one unboxing where the thing fell down on it, and then the little
Harold thought you were wearing a mic.
No, it was sound effects.
That means you did it good because they didn't know.
I had so much fun with the sound effects. When I have more time to edit, I like to go in and like to do that little things like that. I just don't always have time. Like we're not even ahead. Like we just filmed an unboxing today that's going out Saturday. So.
All right, guys. For realsies, we gotta go. But
and then there was this one time.
he's just trying to get on Sarah now.
Am I? I was just messing with you.
Oh, you were messing with me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm scared of Sarah.
She is awesome. She's but she will tell you like it is. And that's what I need in my life. I need someone to be like,
just not me.
Out.
Just not me.
him. You
just
can't
not
do
me.
it.
I can't do it.
No,
I have
listen,
to hold space.
It's funny. He does have to hold space, but then like after like a week or two, after I've kind of chewed it all over, I'll come to him. Months?
Huh?
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Sometimes.
But I'll come to him and be like, you know what? I just realized something, and I'll tell him something that I've been like introspecting about that I need to work on, and he's like,
yeah, I told you that like 4 months ago.
And I got mad at him for telling me. And I ignored it. And then I introspected and I realized it. And I came and I'm like, I discovered this about me that I need to work on. And he goes,
so now she'll be telling me stuff. And I'm like, oh, man. Like,
what? Wow.
And now I'm just like, And I don't say anything. And then she gets through it so much faster.
Corey wants to know what the Cracker Barrel recipe is.
I have no idea. That was so long ago. The key is in the baking process. They would bake the biscuits in a stone-lined biscuit oven at 525 degrees for 10 to 13 minutes. And then they put this thick margarine on afterwards, which would give it that nice golden touch.
Okay, for realsies, before y'all get us on another tangent, because we can't help ourselves and we have no self-control when it comes to ending this.
Speak for yourself.
We are leaving. We are leaving. So we will talk to you guys later, and we'll see you guys on the Facebooks. You know where we are.
On the Facebooks.
On the Facebooks. You got my email address. You know where to find us if you need us, and we will see you next week.
1035 Pat's Lane.
We will see y'all next week. We'll do it next week, and then maybe discuss changing some things depending on, like, we'll talk about it.
We're going to make a few other changes to our personal schedule first.
And see if we can't still make it work.
Yeah.
So, okay, we love you guys. We will talk to you later. Until next time, peace.